I'm Dr. Heidi Cook, and I'm the owner and the medical director of the spa at West Glen in West Des Moines, Iowa, and this is the Dr. Heidi Cook Show. At the spa at West Glen, some of our most popular treatments are our massage therapy appointments. And when we are looking at our candidates for actually being massage therapists, we're always very thrilled when we look at a resume and see that they have been trained through Body Wisdom Massage Therapy School here in Des Moines, Iowa. Actually in Urbandale, Iowa. I recently reached out to the owners because I've been so impressed with the candidates that we have received from them. So today's guest, we are having one of the owners, Allie Hatfield, and we are going to talk to her about many different aspects on massage therapy. I also want to tell you about a contest that we're having for Mother's Day. You have the chance to win for your mother or the mother of your children 4 tickets to the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals baseball game that's actually on Mother's Day, which is May 8th. Start time is 1:20. So if you think that your mom or the mother of your children deserves to go to this baseball game, what I want you to do is email me at drheidi@spawdm.com and just give me a real quick blurb as to why you feel your mom deserves to go to this baseball game. So again, that's drheidi@spawdm.com. Quick email and just let me know why your special woman deserves to go to this baseball game. Hi, welcome back. Our guest today is Allie Hatfield, and she is one of the owners, along with her husband, of Body Wisdom Massage Therapy School here in Des Moines. In addition to that, she is also a private coach and a corporate coach, and also an artist. So she has just many different things going on, and we are going to talk to her today about different aspects of massage therapy, body work, and things like that. So thank you so much for coming on. We met actually just recently, and what we thought was going to be a short meeting turned into a 2-hour meeting because she is just so fascinating. So welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So tell me, let's just start. When we were talking, you were telling me a story about how you came to your own personal path to massage therapy. And so Allie grew up in Germany and really worked her young adult life in corporate Germany. So just tell us a little bit what happened there and how you found massage therapy.
Yeah, I actually started to have some shoulder neck issues and went to a massage therapist in order to get something to relax, and of course massage there is completely incorporated into the medical system, so it was by a doctor's prescription. And I noticed, because of the massage therapist being very tuned in and asking me personal questions, I noticed that there was more to my tension in my body than just physical tension and stress, and I realized that my emotional well-being was very much connected to my body, and that was a revelation for me at that time. I was in my early 20s actually, and so I was very fascinated by that. And in a way, the woman was actually a life coach in conjunction with her massage therapy, and it really opened me up to a completely different world. I had started out in law, and I originally wanted to study psychology but wasn't able to do that, and then was fascinated with law. I still love actually the German legal system, and then I went more into business and was always fascinated with the healing component to everything and wanted to learn that alongside. So I started to study, next to my corporate career that I had established by then, I started to go and study everything I could about body work and healing modalities, and also coaching.
So it was surprising that it had some physical therapy to it, but also a mental aspect or emotional aspect to it also.
Both of it,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
The mental, emotional, psychological component was very, very strong.
So then how'd you make your way to America?
I looked for a technique that was really going more into trauma recovery, and I had very intense experiences in my own childhood, and I realized as I was able to work with that and come really full circle from it by integrating unresolved issues, and then the physical tension in my body started to recede, and I noticed that there was that connection, and I wanted to study something that was really bringing more emphasis to the psycho-emotional component and especially recovery from trauma. And that's how I ended up coming to the US, because somebody told me about somebody who did something in the US along those lines. And I came to California, and that's how I met my husband, because he was very much involved in that particular work, and I was fascinated to learn about that. And so I ended up staying right away for several weeks to receive all those types of sessions, to just feel it firsthand for myself and then study it.
Well, we're very happy that the two of you got together, because you brought to Des Moines Body Wisdom, or part of Body Wisdom Massage Therapy School. And so tell us, what is your, and I'm guessing they're probably, your personal philosophy and the school's philosophy is probably the same. So what is your philosophy on massage therapy and what you try and do with the school?
Right. Massage therapy, I think, is not just a choice. I think it's really a lifestyle. If you want to be healthy, it's part of what we need in order to have our equilibrium. Touch is so important in our lives, and we don't really live a very natural life anymore. What's become the norm is really not what used to be normal. It's not as natural anymore. So we're in a much more sterile world. We're also not as much in touch with nature. And so there's a lot of lack of touch in our lives, and massage therapy brings that back. And literally, when you touch a person, you give them a chance to get back in touch with themselves. And massage can do that. And of course, an educated touch is really fantastic in order to assure proper boundaries and safety. And it gives the opportunity to create an environment for the client where they can open up, where they can really become themselves again, and where they can truly get in touch with what's in there. Because what's in here is actually the most important thing. It's not just our shell, it's really what fills us and what makes this physical body alive. And there is more to it than just doing the daily chores that we do. We do need more nurture, and touch brings that back. So that's my number one priority about touch. And then with regard to the massage school, of course, we want to bring that to our students. We want to educate them not just about touch in general and all the different modalities within you can use touch, but we also want to get the message across to our students that there is much more when you have time with your clients, at least an hour, 1.5, perhaps 2 hours or more. You affect their lives, and you really create an opportunity for them to heal, to open up, and to become who they are meant to be.
Yeah. One interesting thing we were talking about, and I didn't realize, is there's actually quite a shortage of massage therapists in the United States. And in addition to that, and probably compounding that, is massage therapy is really starting to take on a different role in the medical realm of things. So how is that a new thing? The shortage, is that new? And where do you foresee all that
excellent
going?
Question, really. It's fascinating. Since years have more massage schools started to come on the market, and more therapists have been trained. And what we find is that a lot of massage therapists are not really staying in the profession long enough. And so that is part of the shortage. And then in addition to that, there are so many more jobs that have been created. Initially, it was just a luxury treatment. You get a little bit of pampering experience. The next step was that the spa industry realized that there is something to be done and make a lot of money, and so a lot of spas started to come into existence, picked up on that momentum, but also took it much further. They really took massage therapy to the next level in the US by bringing it to the communities and to the public in general. And now we have a wave of wellness because people have realized that being physically active, having a healthy lifestyle, having a healthy diet is all part of life and being happy. And so the wellness movement that had started in Europe quite a while ago is now really coming into the US more, alongside with more and newer technologies and more cutting edge techniques for massage therapy. And as more schools start to pick up training for these modalities, we actually also enter into the medical world much more. And this is really where Body Wisdom makes the difference. We have focused right from the get-go on massage to be not just therapeutic, but also have a medical value for it, so that insurances can start realizing there is a benefit to preventative health care with massage therapy, and hopefully start to pick up on that. You know, chiropractors have noticed that a long time ago, that massage has that medical value, but the problem is people need to be educated on that level. So to just teach them a massage routine that is pampering is not enough. It has to be at least therapeutic, but ideally also medical, and that can all be in the same package.
Yes. And I think that one very nice thing about the Body Wisdom is that the pathways for their students is very customized, very individual. You sit down and you talk to them, and kind of each student has their own curriculum. So that's a very unique thing for a massage school. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with Allie some more. Welcome back. We are here again with Allie Hatfield. She and her husband are the owners of Body Wisdom Massage Therapy School here in town in Des Moines, and she is also a private coach and a corporate coach, along with being an artist. So now I want to switch gears a little bit and let's talk about some massage therapy issues or areas from the client's aspect. So if someone is interested in, doesn't know anything about body work, massage therapy, but is interested in incorporating that in their life, but they have no idea where to even start, what kinds of questions, how do you guide them to where it's best for them?
Ideally, they will find out what are the needs of their body, where do they hold any tension or perhaps pain. Very often people get very used to pain, and they don't realize that that is something they don't have to live with. So it's an assessment of their own that they can do, but then also the massage therapist can ask them questions like that, so that they can basically be walked through an assessment and then give the feedback. But also the therapists have different areas that they specialize in. So for the client, it would be important to find out who is the right match for them.
Okay. As far as the lifestyle, it's not just, and you mentioned this earlier, it's not just about coming in and getting their treatments. There's more to it than that. So what all do you talk to the clients about, or what's important for them to know of things that they can do that will benefit their whole experience?
First of all, they really can create a little bit of a sense of awareness for themselves, so that they really know what is going on in their body. And it often helps to just have a taste. Get one massage with a therapist of your choice, and then find out what do you enjoy about that and what do you not. But in addition, like you mentioned, in addition to massage, you also want to be aware of your sleep patterns, your food intake, the timing of when you eat, as well as what do you eat, how do you eat, do you take the time for a meal at a table in a nice setting, well prepared, or do you watch TV while you are eating, etc.? Do you really give yourself the nurture that your body and your soul needs? And then, of course, are you physically active? Do you ever get a chance to do anything with movement, stretching, as well as being in the outdoors? I mean, there's nothing that replaces a little bit of physical labor and physical activity, even if it is being in the gym or doing something, a certain regimen, fitness regimen.
And this really comes back to, I call it lifestyle medicine, because it is, and I have mentioned this before on the show, that I think people have more control over their health, probably more than they want to admit, but they can really take care of themselves and really make more of a difference than they expect or that they know that they can. So if a client comes in and has a true say sports injury, orthopedic injury, how often do those people usually need to have treatments in order to really have a therapeutic difference?
Yes, good question. They probably depends a little bit on their specific condition, also depends on the wallet. But generally it would be nice for everybody to be able to get a massage, if not once a week, at least once a month. And if you do have a specific condition, whether that's an orthopedic or injury condition or anything, just chronic tension or normal tension that we all have, it really could be very beneficial to do that once a week and perhaps for more than an hour. Because somebody who specializes in orthopedic massage, that is a very medical specialized massage that focuses on assessing what is the condition in the body, going into very great detail of that, and then really working particularly with that one area where the symptoms occur, but usually the cause of the symptoms is in another part of the body. So the therapist will go back and forth between different areas of the body. So for them, an hour is over in no time. If they have at least 2 or perhaps even 3 hours with the clients, that's extremely beneficial. And it should be a therapist who specializes in that, of course.
In that, yep. Yeah. Is there anybody that should not have massages? Anybody that's not suited for it, or anything like that?
There are medical conditions that are perhaps not ideal for massage, but when you have a whole toolbox of techniques and modalities, there is really not any person who should not have touch.
Okay.
And we offer education for people from infant age to massage on infant age to hospice. So there is something for everybody in between.
Yeah, I was looking at your website, and there are many, I mean just many techniques or different types of massage therapy that you guys instruct or therapists on. Do you have favorites in there?
Yeah, everyone I talk about is my favorite at the time. It's really challenging to point out which one do I like most. But I go in phases. There are times right now I really appreciate very deep and deep tissue type and orthopedic type of work for myself. So I can talk very much about that and get very excited. But I also love something like reflexology, for example, or acupressure, or any other Asian techniques such as Thai massage, traditional Thai massage on the mat. We also teach it as an option on the massage table, as well as a very pampering wrap, where I maybe get a little shoulder neck work at the same time while I'm soaking in a wrap. Or we have something very new that we are just working on, that's sound-infused massage therapy. So we use sounds and wavelengths of sound to incorporate into the healing session. It's fascinating, and the effects are phenomenal. So give me any treatment at any moment, that's my favorite.
And that's your favorite. Well, that's interesting. And I think also looking at your website for your therapist, there's different, like there was an Asian body work track, and there was I think a sports orthopedic track. So they can really just choose if there is an interest to them. I mean, if they are really drawn to one particular thing, they can just kind of go on that.
Absolutely. We have some career tracks already pre-designed. Those are the tracks that you saw on our website. And in addition to that, we really like for everybody to have their custom track. So some people come in and they are very clear they want to have the medical ortho track, and that's an easy thing. However, even within that, we have electives that they can choose from to set a little bit of their tone for their particular practice. But generally, I believe that each person is so unique, they need to have their own very specific track. Most people get that over the course of a career. When they have 20 years in this profession, they get continuing education here, continuing education there, and that's how they end up specializing in a specific direction. But we like to do that right from the get-go. We believe in order to be competitive in today's market and also offer something for the clientele, which you as a spa owner know more than anybody, they really need to have a list of techniques, a whole toolbox full. And so we like for them not to only have the basic education, we want them to really have their specific niche by creating a track for them.
Yeah, well, very interesting. Certainly look at their website. It's Body Wisdom Massage Therapy School. Lots of interesting information. If you're interested in a career, it's a great place to look. or just as a client to get an idea of what is even available out there and what to look for. So thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And again, for the Mother's Day contest, if mom would enjoy going to a Chicago Cubs and Washington Nationals baseball game, give me an email at drheidi@spawdm.com. Tell me why mom deserves these. We are going to cut off entries on May 1st, and we'll be announcing the winner sometime that week. So thank you for joining us.